Brother Peter finally reached his breaking point. For months, he had endured pain in silence. The insults, the beatings, the emotional torture, and the constant humiliation had slowly drained the joy out of his life. Sister Zara, now heavily pregnant, continued making life miserable for him. Every day in the house felt like walking on broken glass. One evening, after staring at the wounds on his back in the mirror, Brother Peter sighed deeply. "I cannot continue like this," he whispered to himself. "At least my family should know what I'm going through." With trembling hands, he used his phone to take pictures of the scars and swollen marks on his back. He stared at the images for a long time before finally posting them in the family WhatsApp group. Immediately, the group exploded. "What? Jesus Christ! Who did this to you? Brother Peter, speak up!" Calls began flooding his phone nonstop. Messages poured in one after another. Within hours, some family members had already entered buses and cars, heading straight to his house. The next morning, the small apartment was crowded with angry relatives. One aunt nearly burst into tears after seeing his back. "Who did this to you?" she cried. Brother Peter lowered his head in shame. "Sister Zara," he replied quietly. The room erupted immediately. "What? This is wickedness. She must leave this house. You cannot continue like this." Brother Peter slowly raised his hand for silence. "This is what I have been going through," he said painfully, "and I have decided not to keep quiet anymore." One uncle stood up angrily. "You must divorce her immediately." "Yes," another person shouted. "She must go." But Brother Peter shook his head immediately. "No," he replied softly. "I don't want divorce. I want prayers. Please pray for my marriage." The room became quiet. Then Brother Peter's elder sister, who had been silent all along, finally spoke. "Everybody calm down," she said gently. "There will be no divorce. Maybe it is pregnancy hormones affecting Sister Zara. Pregnancy changes women sometimes. We must be patient with her." "Patient?" one cousin shouted angrily. "Patient with somebody flogging her husband like a criminal?" "Yes," the elder sister insisted. "Patient with pregnant Zara. Let us not destroy the marriage because of temporary problems." Brother Peter sat quietly in confusion. Part of him wanted rescue, while another part still hoped his marriage could survive. Finally, he spoke again. "Please," he begged, "continue praying for me." Months later, Sister Zara safely gave birth to a baby girl. The entire family waited anxiously for the DNA test results because of all the confusion surrounding the pregnancy. Brother Peter himself was nervous. Brother Peter said to everybody one day, without a DNA, "She is mine," he said emotionally, while carrying the baby. "Look at her face. She looks exactly like me. That is all that matters." "Yes, the baby is yours," said Sister Zara. "Everybody should mind their business." For the first time in a long while, peace slowly returned to the house. Something strange began to happen. After the delivery, Sister Zara suddenly became kind and caring. She stopped shouting constantly. She cooked for Brother Peter, laughed with him again, and even apologized occasionally. Brother Peter became hopeful again. "It must be God answering my prayers," he told himself happily. He began smiling more. He started dreaming again. Sometimes he would carry the baby in one hand while singing worship songs around the room. In his heart, he believed the storm was finally over. But one night, while they lay quietly in bed, Sister Zara suddenly turned toward him. "Honey," she said softly, "I have a request." Brother Peter smiled warmly. "Go ahead, my love. Anything for my baby." Sister Zara hesitated briefly before speaking. "There is a deal I want to do." "Okay," Brother Peter replied calmly. "Explain it to me." Sister Zara sat upright on the bed. "I want to become a surrogate mother for somebody," she said carefully. "They have agreed to pay me millions of naira." Brother Peter immediately sat up in shock. "Surrogate?" he shouted. "No, no, that will never happen." The atmosphere in the room changed instantly. Sister Zara's face hardened again. Why not? She snapped. Do you know how much money we are talking about? Brother Peter shook his head repeatedly. I don't care about the money, he replied firmly. My wife cannot carry another man's child for business. But it is not your decision alone, Sister Zara fired back angrily. Brother Peter stared at her silently. Slowly, the fear he thought had disappeared began creeping back into his heart again.